Uploading. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. We are from Group 10, and on this recording, we will explain about our material regarding the meaning of meaning, models of lexical retrieval, and memory and language. This material is prepared by Group 10. For the members here, we have three members, including me, and two of my friends, Ubaidillah Yasin Halisin and Muhammad Firdaus. So to show the video, now we will just move to the first material, which will be read by my friend.
It's you, bro. Introduction.
Oh, me first? Okay. So the introduction of our material. Wait, it's a bit too time. Okay, language is a complex cognitive function that involves various processes related to meaning, memory, and lexical retrieval. Studies on how these studies on how individuals understand and produce language have long been in the focus of linguistics, psycholinguists, and educators. This paper explores important theories such as prototype theory in semantics, lexical retrieval models including chord theory, and the role of working memory and automatic versus control process in language comprehension and production. Understanding these aspects is essential for analyzing how language functions in both first and second language learning. Next.
Okay. Next is meaning of meaning. The first is classical. The classical view. The classical view, sometimes called the definition view, sees the meaning of a word as made up of a set component that uniquely describe it. For example, the meaning of the word square can be broken down into having a straight side, equal side, and right angle. This approach tries to list universal meaning components that can define any word clearly. One famous study using this idea looked at the word bachelor, suggesting that its main meaning is made up of specific feature that distinguish it from other words. This way of understanding word meaning help us see word as a combination of basic elements or feature that together create their full meaning. And the second is prototype theory. Prototype theory, an alternative view of word meaning, comes from the work of researcher Eleanor Ross in 1975. She gave subject a questionnaire containing category named like bird, vegetable, fruit, clothing, furniture, and transport. Each followed by around 50 examples. The task for over 200 psychology students in California was to rate each example on a scale 1 to 7, based on how good an example it was of the category. The results show a very high level of agreement among subjects on which item were the most typical or representative of each category. Next is my friend.
Okay, now we move to the models of lexical retrieval. So there is an important difference between lexical access and lexical recognition. In most models of how listeners and readers find words in their mental lexicon, lexical access happens first. This means that when we hear or see a word, we activate several possible word entries in our mind. Uh, these activated candidates stay active until we can decide which one is the correct word. There are three types of models of lexical retrieval. The first one is the serial models versus parallel models. Now imagine a reader encounters the word example in a text. How do they find the matching representation of that word in their mental lexicon? The lexicon can be thought of as a huge mental dictionary with words stored in groups based on similar forms, like entries starting with X, such as extravert, exact, exaggerate, exalt, exalt, examination, and examine. The second models is activation models. Activation models describe how words compete in the mind during recognition. A word is activated based on how likely it is to appear in what is read or heard. When we see or hear letters or sounds, multiple possible words are accessed and each receives a different level of activation. The closer the match to the input, the higher the activation. As more of the word is processed, activation levels can change. Some candidates gain more activation with no information, while others lose activation. And the last model is the spoken words and cohort theory. Cohort theory, which developed by Marston Wilson in 1987, explains how we recognize spoken words by activating a group of candidates based on the beginning sounds of a word. Speech happens over time. So, when a listener hears part of a word, like the first syllable, they must activate a set of possible words that start with those sounds. As more sounds are heard, the list of candidates narrows down because words that no longer match the sound lose activation instead of being immediately rejected. I think that's all for me, and now we will move to the next part.
Next is memory and language. There are two main types of memory involved in language processing: long-term memory and working memory. Long-term memory stores information for long periods of or even permanently. And first is working memory capacity. Working memory capacity is limited, typically holding about 7 pieces of information at once, plus or minus 2, according to Miller famous 11956 research known as the 7 plus 2 rule. This means the average person can remember between 5 to 9 chunks of information simultaneously. And the next is control versus automatic. Automatic process reduce the load on working memory by making action automatic, requiring little attention. Familiar tasks like recognizing common words use minimal working memory, freeing capacity for other tasks. In contrast, unfamiliar tasks demand conscious, step-by-step attention but become less demanding with practice as they become automatic. Some actions, such as walking or instantly understanding a word, can become fully automatic and effortless. This automation improves cognitive efficiency by conversing working memory research. That's all for me.
Okay, so that's all for our material, and now I will explain about the conclusion of regarding the entire of our material. So this paper has examined the central theories related to the meaning of language, lexical retrieval models, and the cognitive role of memory in language processing. Prototype theory helps explain how categories are formed and words are understood through typical examples. Models of lexical retrieval describe how the mind accesses and recognizes words, with theory providing a dynamic model for spoken word recognition. Working memory, especially the phonological loop, plays a critical role in holding and manipulating verbal information, though it is constrained by limited capacity. So thank you guys for watching our presentation regarding our material, and we will see you in the next part of the meeting. Okay, bye guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Nah,